Rồi, rồi, rồi. Hello, everyone. Today, I will present my research on gene editing. Hello, everyone. Today, I will be presenting my research on gene editing and the boundaries of humanity, why regulation must lead innovation. We are going to explore the extraordinary potential of the genetic engineering, the, the research, ethical risk is posed, and why I believe the regulation must guide its future development. Um, engineering is no longer science fiction, it's here. Technology like CRISPR allow us to edit the human genome with unprecedented precision. This opened the door to eliminating the hereditary disease and even enhancing human capabilities. But it also forced us to ask who benefit and who left out, and what happened if we leave it unregulated. The central argument of my talk is that why the potential is extraordinary. Without strict regulation, we risk deep, deepening inequality, violating personal autonomy, and turning life into commodity. Here is the path we follow today. First, I will look at the promise of genetic engineering, what it could do for medicines and humanity. Second, I will examine the major ethical risk. Finally, I will discuss why regulation is essential for and suggest specific measure and for responsible governance. Let's start with the premise. Genetic engineering has potential to transform medicines. According to ICCRISPR, Cas9 can correct harmful mutation, like those causing cystic fibrosis and sickle cell anemia. This means we could prevent disease entirely, not just treat their symptoms. Beyond research like Baylis and Danovsky suggest future application might enhance cognitive ability for physical change. This possibility could greatly reduce suffering and even expand human potential. However, as we will next, these benefits come with serious ethical trade-offs. One major is inequality. The National Academies warn that if genetic enhancement remain expensive, they will primarily benefit the wealthy. Imagine a future where social division are not only about income or education, but embedded in biology itself, where the wealthy literally have better genes. This could lead to a dangerous form of biological classism. Um, Another serious risk is autonomy. Germline editing doesn't just affect one person, it changes the genetic makeup of future generation. As I see point out, children who inherit these change never consent to them. This raises profound question. Do we have the right to make irreversible genetic decision for people who don't yet exist? The third major risk is commodification of human life. Baylis and Danovsky warned that once traits like intelligence or appearance become purchasable, human could be treated like product, customized and sold, rather than values of individuals. This could fundamentally change how we view human dignity. These risks make regulation essential. The national academies recommend starting with therapeutic use, such as correcting serious disease and delaying enhancement until there's more ethical consensus. The Nature editorial warns that without national oversight, we will see genetic tourism, where people travel to countries with weak laws to uns to get unsafe or unethical procedure. A real-world example is He Jiankui, the Chinese scientist who created the first CRISPR edited babies. He was sentenced to prison, showing the dangers of moving forward without oversight. So, what can we be done? What can we be done? First, we should adopt a step-by-step approach. Therapeutic application first, enhancement later. Second, we need global governance with binding agreement and a registry maintained by organization like the WHO. Third, policy decisions should be inclusive. Scientists, ethicists, and public should all have a voice. The goal is ensure the genetic engineering benefit everyone, not just privileged few. Uh, in conclusion, genetic engineering stand at a crossroads. Handle responsibility, it could be one of humanity's greatest achievement, eliminating disease and expanding human potential. But if left unregulated, it could create a future defined by inequality, loss of autonomy, and commodification of life. The choice out, and I believe regulation must lead innovation to protect both of our technological progress and our shared human values. Finally, these are the main sources that inform my research, including the work of Biles and Danovsky, IC, the National Academies, Nature, and reporting of the He Jiankui case. Together, they provide both scientific and ethical foundation for my conclusion. Thank you for listening.